Hello, my name's Alison James, and I welcome you back to Virtual Tea. Today I'd like to talk to you about cosmocracy, and I'm going to get to what that is. I'd first like to draw your attention to what a democracy is. We know we live in challenging times, and people all over the world are struggling and fighting for the ability to live in a democracy. And what is a democracy? A democracy comes from the ancient Greek civilization. Demos meaning of the people, and kratos meaning the power. So a democracy is the power of the people. We've been struggling for democracy for a very long time. When I wrote the book Merlin and the New Camelot, it was about a time that we revered a utopia, a utopian society that meant love, harmony, and peace for all. It was happening at a time not too different from today, when there were many warring factions in the British Isles, as well as other places around the world. And so seeds were placed then in the old Camelot, and we think of the round table where the knights were all seated around that table with King Arthur, and they were all equal, including King Arthur. So what does equality mean then and now? It means that everybody is equal, that no one person is more important or worth more than another. I remember years ago when Merlin said to me, everyone is equal, and here we come to school, the school of earth. But what happens when you go to school? You come in as a beginner, and you see others that are before you who maybe have had more experiences, have learned more, and who are espousing certain things that perhaps you don't even know about. But that doesn't mean that they are more important than you. So we should not allow ourselves to feel that we are less worthy or not good enough when we are within a democracy. And that is the purpose of our lives here on earth, to learn to love and respect all people in peace and harmony. There have been times when we have been challenged in our history as to whether we're a democracy or not, and still we may be fighting for it. So it is a matter of whether your democracy, your beliefs in a government of the people and for the people and through the people, is something that you feel that you would like to espouse now. It seems that we have become a little arrogant about our rights and what we think we should have. We've become drawn away from our heart center. So sometimes we allow those beliefs in our rights to infringe upon others. And that's not the spirit of the laws that were brought to earth. So even in ancient Greece, the beings that began the democratic government for the people, they receive that information from source, just as we do. And now we are working hard to embrace it from a point of view of we consciousness. It's not about the me, the me, the me. It's about all of us together. And no one is more important than another. So our democracy should be inclusive. It used to be at the round table in Camelot that the mantra was all for one and one for all. How can we declare that we are in a democracy when we're not taking care of all of our brothers and sisters on the planet? No discrimination is to be allowed against another. Love and mutual respect are based upon the concept of loving kindness. That's an old word which we don't use anymore. We use loving and we use kindness, but we don't put them together as one word. But they essentially mean the same thing. So in a democracy where we are inclusive, not exclusive, everyone can join in and we can offer our love and our principles to help everybody. And it is not about just serving the self. So you might be asking, well, how can I serve others? You will have certain gifts and talents and certain desires of your heart, just as I have had and I'm speaking to you now. So let us move forward with the idea that we love and respect everyone and we include everyone. No one is to be exclusive. Actually, in America, the government is a republic democracy, where you have one head of the government, as well as the many representatives for the people. It is incumbent upon ourselves to make sure that we speak up for all of the things that we believe in and we think should no longer fall under any form of discrimination, not age, gender, geographic location, culture, religion. No form of discrimination is acceptable to someone who is coming from the heart. So that arrogance that we might have about our rights, if we're infringing on others, it means we're not coming from the heart, and that's not what we should be aiming for. So what is a cosmocracy? It is the power of the cosmos. We, in my philosophy, should be working towards becoming citizens of the universe. Yes, we are practicing here and we have lots to learn. But the idea is that when we are working with the spiritual hierarchy in the higher realms, we can understand that they are not better than us either. They are beings who perhaps have walked this planet, if not others, and have earned their stripes by the consciousness that they are espousing. So many of the masters come back, like Merlin did, into Camelot, and of course we have so many prophets and wise men and enlightened beings. It used to be that the prophets would be telling the people what to believe and acting as intermediaries between you and God. But now, in this world, at this period of time, it is up to us to communicate to the divine and to realize that we are divine ourselves. It is no longer helpful to put someone on a pedestal or to put someone before you without loving yourself. So we talk about loving ourselves, and this is not a selfish concept. This is about learning to love and respect yourself. And so once you've accomplished this, we call this self-governance or sovereignty, then you are in an excellent place to learn to love and respect others and let them have their place in the world without any judgment from anyone else. So the cosmocracy is something that I aspire to, and I hope perhaps you might think about, and that is to work with the higher realms in order to establish a greater sense of well-being for yourself and all other beings on this planet. We are not separate. We are united as brothers and sisters under God. And therefore, a cosmocracy is a concept, if you like, but a reality where we become citizens of the universe, whether it's in this lifetime or the next. Food for thought. Have a cup of tea and take a sip for kindness, not for the past, but for the ever-present now, which becomes the future and the past. Many blessings to you. Virtual tea.